Monemistas, welcome back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why I ditched my debit card. So stay tuned if you want to find out why I ditched my debit card. Remember that this channel is dedicated to getting on top of your finances through budgeting, saving, and investing. And so I started my journey, let's say around, I think it was March, early March. And so my main goal was to get on top of my finances. My top priority was to increase my credit score. So I just want to give you a little background, especially if you're new to my channel, about where I am with my process. So I am on top of my credit score. So I check my Credit Karma account almost every single day, and my trajectory is going up. But next video, I will be sharing with you my credit update. So if you want to see that, stay tuned for the next video that I will be uploading. But anyway, so since I'm now on top of my credit score and I know what I'm doing to keep my credit score going in the right direction by keeping my utilization low and making sure that I make my payments on time every time, and just making sure I'm monitoring my credit through Credit Karma and my Experian account. And if you want to see other specific ways that I have been increasing my credit score and keeping it going up, then you want to check out some of my previous videos. I have a video on the best credit card strategy, which was a game changer for me. I have a video on how to increase your credit score and save at the same time. And then I have my first video, which was some specific things that I have done to move my credit score in the right direction. So if you have not checked out those videos, please check them out. They will be at the end of this video. But for today, I'm going to be talking about why I'm ditching my debit card. So I use my debit card for every purchase that I made. So my paycheck goes into my bank account, which is linked to my debit card. And like most people, I go to the supermarket, I pay bills, I just swipe my debit card. But since I am now along my journey where my credit score, and I understand what I need to do to keep my credit score where it needs to be and moving in the right direction, now I'm kind of graduating into not just keeping my credit score up, but also maximizing how I use my credit cards so that I can not only build my credit and improve my credit score by using my credit cards the correct way. Keyword there is correct way, but also to maximize the use of my credit cards, or also known as leveraging my line of credit. Say it with me now, leveraging your lines of credit. So that's what I'm kind of graduating into, is learning how to leverage my lines of credit. So this is kind of a baby step towards that. All right, so since I now understand how to keep my scores going up and what to do, now I want to understand how to make my money work for me. So like I said, I want to get on top of my finances. I work hard for my money, okay? So for those of you who do not know, I am a teacher, so I make a moderate income. And teaching is hard. I mean, I could do a whole other video on how hard teaching is, but teaching is really hard. I work really hard for my money. And so now that I have gotten and understand better about how to budget and how to save, and like I said, how to keep on top of my credit, now I want to learn how to make my money work for me and not just me working for my money. So if you're at that point in your journey, then you definitely want to stick around. If you are not yet at that point, then you want to make sure that you save this video and watch it at a later date when you get to this point. So basically, I ditched my debit card because now I'm mindful. What I have are credit cards that have rewards on it. Okay, so every time I use my credit cards to make purchases that I used to use my debit card for, I'm getting a percentage of cash back. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in just a second, so stay tuned. But every time I make a purchase now, I am more mindful not to pull out my debit card, but to pull out my credit card, making sure that I pull out my cash rewards credit card, because every purchase I make, I get a percentage of cash back on my credit card purchases. So that's why I'm more mindful to do that. I never used to do that. Like I said, I used to just swipe my debit card for all of my purchases. But now that I know that I can kind of get my money to kind of work for me, then I definitely pull out my credit card instead of my debit card. Now, what am I going to do is I'm going to keep using my credit card for all of my purchases, as many as possible. And then at the end of the year, I am going to redeem my cash rewards. And then what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to put it in my high yield savings account. And I'll be doing a video later on about which high yield savings account I'm using and why I'm using that high yield savings account. All right, so that's my plan for my cash rewards. But I want to show you specifically how, for this specific card, what my cash rewards look like and how I can redeem it. So stay tuned if you want to find out exactly why I ditched my debit card. All right, Money Mistas, so this is what I'm talking about. So I have a Capital One credit card, which is a rewards card. As you can see, so far I have $22.64 available cash. And I do share this card with my son. He doesn't get to use the card. I just put him on there so I can help build his credit, which I'll talk about in another video. But as you can see, I have some choices as to how I can redeem my rewards. So I can redeem it for cash, and I can use it to lower my account balance, or I can actually get a check. I can also use it to shop. I can pay for my Amazon orders by applying this when I check out. And then I can also use it on a gift card for my favorite merchants. And then over here, I can get reimbursed for recent purchases. And then finally, I can actually share this reward card and transfer it to my other Capital One account to lower the balance on that account. So I really like this rewards card specifically because it gives me so many different options as to how to redeem my available cash. And I know that $22.64 is not a lot, but just reminding you that I just started to be more mindful and using my credit card instead of my debit card to make my everyday purchases. So I'm really excited to see how much I can rack up by the end of the year now that I know what I am doing. So I hope that if you have a rewards card and you really didn't think about using it the way that I'm using it, then you might want to start thinking about using it that way, because there's no point in having a credit card if you are not able to maximize it as much as possible and using it for more than just emergencies. So I hope this was helpful to you, and this is the reason why I ditched my credit card. So I'm so excited. Oh, my other rewards card, I have about $24 on that card. So in total, I have about $40 since I've kind of started this, and I'm just so excited to see what I can rack up. Yay! So I hope that you guys found this useful and you can use this to rack up some rewards for yourself. Okay, so now you see the different things that I can use my rewards cash for. And again, it's not a whole lot of money, but it's a step in the right direction because I just started being more mindful of how to use my credit card and leverage my lines of credit. So by the end of the year, I'll kind of let you know how much money I actually accumulated. I have another rewards card and I have about $24 on that card. And again, I kind of just use those cards interchangeably when I make purchases so that I can keep racking up that cash reward. So one thing I definitely want to make sure you understand though is how this works. So when I charge and make a purchase on my credit card, I already have the money in my bank account. So basically all I do is I have the money in my bank account, and what I normally used to do, like I said, is I used to swipe my debit card and make a purchase, but I don't get anything for doing that. I just get the money deducted from my account and I get my purchase. I do get that, get the item that I've purchased, but that's as far as it goes. Now that I know how to leverage my line of credit, now I pull out my rewards card and I make those purchases. But I make those purchases knowing that I already have the money in my account. And then when those purchases are credited or they show up on my statement, I go ahead and just pay that amount. So if I charge $168 at Walmart on Monday, and then it shows up on my credit card statement by Thursday, I am paying that $168 back so that I'm keeping my utilization where it needs to be, because that's key. So that is the big thing if you're going to do this. So you no longer have to use your credit cards just for emergencies, because that's kind of what I thought. I thought, oh, I'll have a credit card and, if I have an emergency, I'll have my card to use it. And that's still a benefit to having a credit card, because my mom lives in Florida, and if there's ever an emergency and I have to jump on a plane, which means I have to purchase a ticket quickly, then yes, I do have enough available credit to go ahead and charge it to my credit card. So that's a very good feeling knowing that I have that. But I also want to make sure you understand that that's not the only reason you can have your credit card. You can have your credit card and you can use it for daily purchases as long as you have a cash rewards card, and as long as you do what I just said, which is make sure you already have the money, and then as soon as that shows up on your credit card statement, go ahead and pay it, because you definitely do not want to mess up your utilization. All right, so that's something you need to keep in mind. So I also have my eye on, because my cash rewards cards are great, but since my mom lives in Florida and I can no longer really take the 9-hour drive that it takes to get to visit her, and I want to fly more to visit her, then I now have my eye on a rewards card that gives points that turns into mileage to airline miles. So I don't have that card yet, but I have my eye on that card, and I will be getting that card soon. So I'll be leveraging that card so I can get on a plane for basically just by making purchases. So that's just another example of how you can leverage your lines of credit if you do it the right way. All right, so that is my video for today, how to ditch your debit card and leverage your lines of credit. Like I said, if you are not yet in this place, then you can watch this video at a later date when you get to this spot. But if you are, then go ahead and choose one card that's a rewards card and just try it and see how much you can rack up. All right, so that's it for today, Money Mistas. Thank you for joining me. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. And please comment below. I would love to know where you are with your journey. So please comment below. Hit me up, tell me where you are with your credit card journey, and I would love to engage with you. Ask me any questions and I'd love to answer if I can, and if I don't know the answer, I will definitely find out and I will respond. So that's it for now. I will talk to you another time, and don't forget, everything you do with your money matters.